Mail merge allows you to create a batch of documents that are personalized in some way. So we have a template letter and we're able to insert different addresses and names, for example, for 500 persons. So if you have an invitation letter, for example, you could write a template, a generic letter, and then you use a mail merge feature to insert the addresses and names of the different persons, and then you would have a merge letter, and then you send it out. So mail merge is a three-step process basically. So you have the data source, which would have the names and addresses in a list. It could be in an Excel file, or you could type it in the mail merge while you're doing it. The next component you would need before you can do the mail merge is a letter template or a generic letter. So it's a common letter that you would send to everyone, right? And you can use it every year or each time that you need it. Okay. So, for example, if you have a store and every now and again you have, like, for example, a sales event or a discount day, then you can reuse it whenever you need to reuse it. And then the last component of the merge letter is the final letter. So the mic having the generic letter and your data source, the merge letter, which is a completed letter, right, is a final letter, and Microsoft Word will allow you to combine the names and the addresses to the generic letter, right? So if you have 30 letters to make, right, it will make the 30 letters and include the 30 names from your data source. So I'm going to show you in the next part of the video how you actually do the mail merge in Microsoft Word. Here we have our generic letter, and we're going to use mail merge to produce bulk letters. And for example, if you have 500 letters to be sent out as invitation letters, we'll have the personalized letter being created in mail merge and be able to print them and send them out to the different persons. So here I have my template, my letter template or my generic letter. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to personalize it so each person can get one with their name on it and the information such as their address. So what we're going to do now, we're going to come up here to the mailings tab in the ribbon. Then we're going to select this option under the Start Mail Merge group that says Start Mail Merge. We click on it. Then we're going to choose letters, right? Then what we want to do next now is to select here we have our letter. We're going to use this template. We're going to select our recipients, right? So we click on it. We can type a new list. For example, I could write Mr. The first name I can write John. I can write Brown. Then I can write, if there's a company, I can write ABC Limited. Then I can write the address, for example, 3 East Street, capital E. And so for city, I can write Mona. And the state, I can write Miami, right? Can click on new entry and I can repeat the process, right? So this is one way to create the list. So I'm not gonna, and if you want to delete the entry, you can click it like this and it will delete the entry, right? So I'm gonna delete the entry. Press yes. Or we're gonna cancel this. We're not gonna do it using that format because what I created a list of the different persons who would receive the mail merge letter, and we're going to use that list. That list, I typed it up in Microsoft Excel, so I'm going to show you how you can link it from that way, right? So we're going to click recipients, choose an existing list, Then I'm going to search for where I had it, right? So I'm going to here, and then I'm going to choose my address for mail merge. Now it is saying that it is sheet 1, right? And it says the first row of data contain headers. We're going to check yes to indicate that the first row is header, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to go and check the file, and we open it, and there it says sheet 1. Remember, if I press the plus here, I get sheet 2. So sheet 1, I'm checking that it is indeed that the correct information, right? So we're going to come back to our Microsoft Word document. I'm going to click OK, right? Then the next thing we're going to do now, having selected the list of recipients, if you want to edit the list, you could click on it here. And here you could unclick the ones which you don't want to send the letters to. But I want to send it to everyone. So I'll click here, right? Then if you wanted to sort it alphabetically, you could sort in descending order by surname or first name, depending on your preference. Or I could filter the information, meaning I could, for example, send it to only the the gentlemen or ladies, right? So those who are Mr. or Mistress, we could choose it like that. We could find duplicate records and then we could delete it. There are none in our situation. We click on, we could find, you could search for a person's name here. And we're gonna click OK. So the next thing I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna come over to here where it says write and insert fields. So I'm gonna insert my address. Right now here, now you choose the format in which you want it. So for example, if you just wanted to say Joshua, the first name, right? And I'm gonna choose Mr. We have the title of the person, the first name and the surname. Now, if you click here, you can click through and see the different addresses, how it would be, right? So I'm gonna come this arrow with the straight line allows you to come back to the first record. This one allows you to go to the last one. Okay, so we are satisfied that this is the format in which we want it. Then we're gonna click OK. All right, so this is a address block. Now we need some space below it, right? Then we're gonna type today's date. So we're gonna write November, for example, 21st, comma 2024. Right? So we're gonna give it some space here. So if you want to preview the results, right? If you click this icon that says under the preview results, if you click on it, you'll see the address there, right? And you can click this arrow here to see the next record. If you want to see the last record, you click this icon. If you want to see the first record, you click this icon. If you press this button again, you can toggle back and forth and you'll see the block address there and the actual address, right? So the block address, you can do the same thing and scroll through, right? All right, so we're happy with that. Then the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna insert our greeting line. So we're gonna click some line here, we're gonna insert our greeting line. And there we can put dear or to or none, right? So here it is, dear Mr. Brown, right? And we're gonna click OK. There's a greeting line. So if we click on this to get the preview there, it says Mr. Brown. As we scroll through, we can see, we're gonna come back to the original first record. And what we're gonna do, you notice that I say, as you know, we're gonna put the person's first name right here. afternoon. So we're going to insert another greeting line, and what we will do is choose just the person's first name because we know the person. I'm gonna click gonna put none for here, none, and we'll only get the person there. It is John. We need to delete this comma. And then now if we scroll through, we can see that there it is, right? This is our mail merge. And then now what we can do now is click finish, and we can edit or we can print the documents. And here is so if you wanted to print it, you go to print, and then you would indicate from which record to which record you want to print. I'm going to cancel here. If you want to edit individual documents, you would click on finish and merge, and you would click this option that says edit individual documents. Then you would select merge to a new document, and then you could press OK, and you can indicate from which record to which record you want to merge to a new document. And what we will do is go File, Save As, and we give it a name, our final product for the mail merge. Press Enter, and this is our completed mail merge document. So this is how we do a mail merge given the data source that we had in an Excel file and the generic letter that we typed up in Microsoft Word, and we use a mail merge to create the letters which we had prepared. So we use a mail merge to prepare the bulk letters, which were personalized. We're able to put in we inserted the person's first name in the letter to further personalize it, in addition to having the person's name and street address in the document. So this brings us to the end of today's video. In today's video, we looked at the mail merge feature. Please take care until then. Bye. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, comment, and share.